This is Guru Focus First Look, your morning market brief for Tuesday, July 14. Here are the stories driving markets today. JPMorgan Chase has posted the highest quarterly profit in U.S. banking history, with results driven by strong consumer activity and robust trading revenues. The bank's record-breaking earnings arrive as major U.S. financial institutions release their quarterly results, with investors closely monitoring these reports for signals about economic stability amid ongoing market uncertainty.
Turning now to energy markets. Brent crude oil reached a one-month high overnight, trading near $85 per barrel. The surge comes as renewed hostilities between the United States and Iran have heightened concerns about the security of the Strait of Hormuz, a key global energy corridor, and the overall outlook for global energy supply. Futures for the Dow, S&P 500, and Nasdaq are trading mixed this morning. Investors are awaiting key inflation data and have increased bets on a potential Federal Reserve rate hike, as persistent inflation and recent economic data continue to shape expectations for monetary policy. Another story we're watching is the expansion of Chipotle Mexican Grill, which opened its first restaurant in Mexico. This move marks a significant step in the company's international growth strategy and sent Chipotle's stock to a 4-month high. Meanwhile, Oracle shares fell to their lowest level in over a year, hitting a 14-month low. The decline follows growing concerns among investors about the company's high debt levels and execution risks, including a $300 billion deal with OpenAI, which also prompted a recent credit downgrade. On the topic of artificial intelligence, hundreds of economists and technology leaders have issued a warning that AI could cause significant job displacement. They are calling for immediate policy responses to address the potential economic impacts of rapid advancements in automation and machine learning. In legal news, Apple has filed a lawsuit against OpenAI, alleging that a former employee exploited a rare software bug to download confidential files after joining the AI company. The case escalates ongoing tensions in Silicon Valley regarding trade secrets and employee mobility. Also making news today, Dell Technologies shares jumped 7% after President Trump publicly encouraged Americans to buy Dell computers during a White House event.
Turning to global trade, China's exports in June rose at their fastest pace since 2021. The increase was driven by strong worldwide demand for AI-related goods and a rush by exporters to ship products ahead of potential new tariffs. Staying with inflation, analysts report that falling gas prices likely eased U.S. inflation last month. However, renewed tensions in the Middle East could reverse recent progress on consumer prices, keeping inflation pressures in focus. Elsewhere, U.S. regulators have issued new guidance urging banks to scrutinize loans to immigrants without work authorization, citing increased credit risk concerns and tightening overall lending standards.
Now, let's turn to cryptocurrency regulation. President Trump has urged Congress to pass the Clarity Act, a bill aimed at regulating cryptocurrencies, in honor of Senator Lindsey Graham. Some lawmakers are seeking additional safeguards to prevent conflicts of interest in the emerging digital asset sector. In Asia, a global price survey shows that Tokyo has become relatively inexpensive compared to other major cities, while Tel Aviv experienced a significant surge in living costs. Finally, the U.S. Department of Defense has announced an immediate suspension of CMMC Phase 2 cybersecurity requirements, citing concerns over the burden on the defense industrial base.
That wraps up today's market update. We'll be back soon with the latest market news. Thank you for listening to the Guru Focus Brief.